Hello and welcome back to SnowTopia, or Qtopia, maybe I should say, because, well, we cheated our way to getting a lot more volunteers, and the result is, well, as you see, a lot of skiers going around and doing nothing really. We unlocked a lot of skiers somehow. Actually, we must have unlocked more skiers than before, or have we? Maybe. Well, I think this artistic mind is the first time that we have unlocked that one, but I'm not sure. We can unlock a lot more volunteers here, obviously, if we manage to get them happy, which we will not get as long as we have this queue issue, so to say. And yeah, we lowered our visitors to resort to the capacity that we actually have in the ski lifts, or thereabout at least. So this obviously should be 100%, and everything should be full. Right, so that's obviously means that we have more capacity though. 600, 750, 800, yeah, so 600 or so letting into the ski area I think is fine. Now the question is, to the top, will we only have, I think we will only have a chairlift for now, if we can get it up there. We can, just, but good enough. We'll let that run like that. That will open as soon as it's connected to anything. And we will definitely use the terrain here, I think, and go in these sort of valves here to connect to this side, and more gentle on the left-hand side. So you can go from the top all the way to the bottom of the resort. And of course, with that we got another 150, so around 1,000 in capacity for the resort. So we will up the numbers of allowed guests to around 800, I would say. Now obviously this is going to be steep from there, so maybe we will do like this instead. This is obviously also going to be steep, but I think we will do a crossover or something to have that be more gentle, so to say. And we just want to have some really steep runs here, and the main one is going to go into here, and then we'll peel off from this one in several different ways. One being to here, if we can get that. Yeah, there we go. So you can choose this side if you want to. That actually looks really nice, and we will just peel off from this one. Yeah, I think so. We'll just let this one go a little bit further, so to say, on the other side of this thing, and we'll connect you a little bit higher here. So that's 23% slope there and 25% slope there. Perfect to really steep runs, and that is really looking quite beautiful, I say, and nicely bedded into the terrain, which I definitely like here. So next up is to try and do something like, well, I guess sort of like that, but not really like that. But we'll let it be something like that. Right, so something like that, yeah. And, well, just a teeny little bit there. That's really steep. And we'll just sort of take this down. However, we can't have it mostly be red or so. Not too fond of that placement actually, so let's see if we can't do something like this. No, not really liking that, how it plays out, so to say. Yeah, something like that feels a lot better then. Yeah, and the main will go something like that. Is that what we want? Yeah, I think something like that is what we want. Yeah, that looks like a pretty nice red run. We will have a one peel off from here just to there, so you can go to this lift from there as well. So I think that looks good. So the number of skiers, we're going to up it to 800, and we were just about getting a good way here, but yeah, with more skiers that's not going to happen. Overall happiness is we're going up, but that's going to be getting lower and lower here again, and we are going to have over 1,500 skiers in the resort to unlock more volunteers and unlock the achievements. And I think that we're still low on snow groomers, quite likely. But at least it looks like it's better now, but then again we have all this new area that is going to be really hard. And the question is if we should add in another snow groomer up here. Quite likely. I see that we I see an opportunity to have another small little cross run, so I think we'll just have that, just a small one, just something like this. Yeah, there we go. I think that feels all right. Yeah, not really that necessarily, or yeah. But I think that's all right. This will feed in eventually. This is actually a little bit overkill, it seems like, almost. This one is obviously no one going to yet, but hopefully we'll change that. So we'll speed the game up here a little bit to let this bed in, and let's think about what to do next year as a plan of action. While I'm thinking about that, do remember to smash that like button if you're enjoying the show, and if you're doing that, you should hit that subscribe button also to not miss out on any of the content that we put out here on RawSlowGaming, where we take gaming raw and slow and nice, the way I like it at least. And yeah, SnowTopia is something that we will follow for years to come. So if you're enjoying that, do make sure to hit that button, and you can hit that small notification bell as well if you want. Also, if you have any question, any thoughts or comments, do leave a comment. I read everything and reply to pretty much anything as well. So always interesting to hear what you have to say about the games, let's say, and everything. And yeah, I think that I like this resort the most so far of the ones that I've done. I really like the organic feel of this one, and I also sort of like that I haven't been doing crazy much runs, so to say, and because, well, that is not really used that much. Alright, so speaking of that, what's not really used that much? This one, so target proper grooming. Proper grooming. This one, bump information. And the same for that one. So anything that isn't used that much will have a lower target. And can we have bumps information there? I guess we can. We'll have that for everything up here, actually. Yeah, this area will let it be for now, since we don't know how that actually will be as things bed in. We still have a crazy number of skiers. One thing that sort of feels broken now is that we only got one type of skiers in the resort. When we set a manual numbers of skiers, and that feels like something is a little bit broken, but hey, it's open alpha, so can't blame the devs for anything like as such. So with that said, you can actually download the game yourself and try it out, and if you think this looks interesting, and I certainly do, and it's going to hit early access this fall. At least that's what the devs have planned, and I hope that I can get to show you that before anyone else, so to say, or before it's released into early access, as we are closing in to that. But we'll see. We'll see. I have a little bit of a contact with the devs, so hopefully they have me in mind at least. But we'll see. So, what happened now? What the heck? Yeah, as you saw there, we had around 800 skiers and then it went up to 1200 with no reason. Then it's all spawned from here, all blue skiers. So I should maybe check out which version I'm on and everything like that. And see if that would be fixed, because, well, yeah, we have definitely a lot of trouble with happiness now. And again, it spawned. Oh, look at that. So the manual setting doesn't really seem to work that great. What happens if we put it to automatic? Right, there you go, 1600, and everyone going all over the place. 1900. At least we get a lot more volunteers here. So that's good at least. But I feel like, well, yeah, that it feels a bit broken. Mechanic requested. Priority level normal. Well, this one is high, and so it's this one. The rest isn't, I would say. Yeah, and up to 36 volunteers. So we have space to do things, but I think that would also mean that it would be much more skiers here, which might be an issue. I think that we're next up going to look into a different peak, so to say. So the question is, can we get up here? Lift too long? Yeah, so I think this is going to be the next thing, so we can even place that. So we have skiing in more directions from the base area. We could definitely go with like... Well, we could go with some surface lifts this way, I guess. We might do that, or this area. Yeah, this area looks pretty good for a kiddie area. And of course here you could have some small fun lifts and small runs, but I don't really like that and the feel of it, so to say. It feels a bit wrong. We'll leave it on automatic and see if we can't get it to work properly, so to say. At least we have a bit of variation in skiers here now, so that's nice as such. We'll max that out, and I think we'll place in one run here, and then I think we'll call it quits or call it an episode. Right, so from here, I think we will pretty much just peel them off, so to say. Almost just going in a straight line. Alright, so I really think that's pretty much what we're going to do. Alright, so this do make more sense. Yeah, I think that actually looks alright. And yeah, a red run, that's debatable, maybe, but I think that's pretty alright rating for it, even though this is definitely black the first bit and then more of a green run. But at least we had in some capacity there, so I think that's alright, and I think we'll say thank you very much for watching this episode pretty much here, and leave it here. I'll maybe leave the game running a little bit for you, or until we start the next episode, just because, well, just to try to bed everything in a little bit more, and hopefully not have queue worries and everything like that. It seems to be slowing down right now, so maybe we'll have that fixed just by running it full speed, as we are doing now. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye! You have been watching RawSlowGaming, and I hope you have enjoyed. On clicking on the video on the left, you will see the next video in this series, and on the right, our latest upload to the channel. And with that said, thank you again for watching.